Alright. All right. What's going on, everybody? Huvvi186 back again with another live stream. And this is the very first episode, the official episode of the Overrated Podcast. Now, the person to my right is the Traditionalist 101. Introduce yourself formally.
Yeah, so my name is the Traditionalist 101, and like he said, this is going to be our very first podcast that we did together, that we're doing together. And I don't want to give my actual name, but my first name is Steven, and we've been planning to do this for such a very long time. There was a lot of procrastination going on, but mainly this podcast will be mainly about sports, gaming, and a little bit of politics here and there. And I'm definitely looking forward to it. This is one of my best friends. We knew each other since what, high school, middle school.
Elementary school. First time I
Yeah,
met you.
elementary school. So you know we've been procrastinating, at least on my part, for real.
Hmm.
But I'm definitely looking forward, to get this thing started. We have a couple of topics, to talk about, and I don't want to bore you guys and gals with anything, about me, but just to keep everything basic. Obviously, um, I'm a Christian. I hold tradition, firmly. It's very important to me. So this is going to be really good content. I can promise you all that it's going to be really good. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. I don't want to bore too much. So you go ahead, Hovi.
Okay, so the premise of this podcast is pretty much just us talking about topics, right? Like you said, we'll talk gaming. We'll talk. Hold on, give me one. Let me see if this will actually work. Nope. All right, F it. All right, so we'll talk gaming. We'll talk sports, and we'll dabble in politics when it need be. So pretty much our test run episode is on your channel, right?
Yeah, it's on my channel.
Yeah, it's on his channel, and I will eventually update it. I'll eventually update it on my channel, and then we'll figure out a way to keep the podcast on both channels. Just for synergy and all the other stuff. So without any further ado, let's head over to the first topic. Right now, let me do the screen share thing.
Yeah, go ahead. You could do the screen share. I might as
All
well
right.
do it too.
No. I got it. I got
Just
it.
you? All right.
Yeah, 'cause this is the topic that I wanted to talk about.
Well, yeah. I've been mentioning it to you. Obviously, you and I disagree on it, but yes, this is definitely something I wanted to get off my chest for a long time.
Whoa, I ain't
And
talking. I ain't talking about the. I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about that yet. Hold on.
oh, okay, you're talking about the other one. Okay.
Yeah. Hold on. Share audio. Yeah. Okay. What's going on? Hold on a second.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, no
Now,
problem.
now we're good. All right. Now we're good. Okay.
Let's see what you got for me. Oh, you're loading something. Ah,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Okay. You see the article, right?
yeah, I see the article.
Now let me get
Yeah,
the title up. Stephen A. Smith on Max Kellerman leaving First Take. Not a great partnership anymore.
yeah.
Now, the
He's
reason why yeah, the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because there is something about this dude, Stephen A. Smith, and I've been, like you said, me and you, we watch sports forever, especially basketball. We've known about this dude for a long time, right?
oh yeah,
Seen the videos, obviously he's known, obviously he's a journalist, who's been around the block, whatever, right? No disrespect to that, right? He's the one that broke the news of LeBron going to Miami, so he has his credentials. But when you're someone like him, who's very boisterous and very, look at me and all this other stuff, like you're gonna get some enemies, right?
absolutely.
Naturally.
Yeah, I agree
And
with that.
I feel like someone like him, and I first really noticed it during when the whole thing when he put his foot in his mouth when it comes to the whole Shohei Otani thing, right?
Yeah.
People at the company, I there's a good number of people who don't like him. There's a good number of people who don't like him. And I do think a lot. I do think some of it is jealousy because, like I said, he's the highest paid employee there, right? I don't know how much he makes, but I know he makes a lot of money.
Yes.
I do think that his I don't want to say necessarily attitude or his persona. I'm sure a lot of people don't like his persona, right?
Yeah.
So when you hear something like this, right? So he was on Ebram in the morning. It's a New York radio show, right?
Mm-hmm.
He essentially said that he's the one that wanted Max Kellerman to leave the show, right?
Yep.
He outright confirmed it, right? And as I scroll down, sometimes it just stalls, and the audience lets you know that it is what it is, and you feel the need for something fresh. You feel the need to retool. It's not like I wanted the guy to be fired or anything like that. I knew that there were landing spots for him available at this network that would generate just as much, if not more, revenue for him and all that other stuff. It wasn't really about him asking to be off the show. It was about the fact that we together, as far as I was concerned, was not a great partnership anymore, and that was something that needed to change. Now, I don't know if you heard this, Steve, but there was a rumor going around that he was trying to bring back Skip Bayless.
Yes, I heard about that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So Skip Bayless, his contract was up, and and obviously Stephen A. and Skip Bayless are real life friends. And I mean, let's be real, their dynamic on first take was special, even though I didn't like it. It was special, right?
Before
So
you continue, hold that thought.
yeah,
Why didn't you like it?
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of over the top Stephen A. And I don't like Skip Bayless.
So you don't like neither guys.
I mean, I like Stephen A. in small doses.
All right. I was just very curious. I don't want you to forget what you was going to say. So go ahead.
So so when you hear about this, right? When you hear about the situation with him and Max, you hear about him trying to get someone behind Max's back, and you look at the reaction that a lot of people at ESPN had after the Otani comments, right? And then you look at the overall like atmosphere over at ESPN, like with the whole thing with Rachel and Maria Taylor. Like there's a lot of weird stuff going on
Oh
over there,
yeah.
right? Lots of dog eat dog mentality going on over there, and that's natural. That's natural for that industry, from what I've heard, right? So it's not like it's out of the blue, but to go out of your way to admit that not only is he the one that kind of forced his guy out, but to talk about it like that, it's like, can't you? I feel like there's some stuff that need to be kept secret, in my opinion. What are your thoughts?
Okay. Here's the thing. I understand what you said at the very last part. Let me address that first about how
Hmm.
you said, you think some of this stuff, should be kept secret. Now, for me, as a fan, we as the as fans, we have the right to know what's going on the inside at times. And I never believe in this whole thing about, oh, keep everything on the inside. You know how the old saying where, especially when it comes to ball players, keep everything in the locker room, yada yada yada.
Hmm.
And which is why I'm always grateful and thankful that we have reporters, that could actually share, news, with the audience. And
Yeah.
when it comes to stuff like this, I necessarily don't like it. I would prefer that we as fans have the right to know, because we obviously invest, our time and our energy and our money into, particular, sports talk shows.
Hmm.
So because of that, I think we as fans definitely have the right to know what happened on the inside. Like, okay, so I don't want to go too much off topic, but do you remember, the show First Things First? right? The
Uh,
one with Nick Wright.
yeah. And Chris
Yeah.
Carter.
Yes. Yes. Till this day, maybe you know, but till this day, I necessarily don't really know the full story why they let go of Chris Carter. I
Um, that's a good question. I now based on what I've heard from other people, he's not the nicest guy in the world, right? Like that's what I
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah.
But why I don't remember why he got kicked off, and I heard it wasn't a very ceremonious kickoff either. So
Yeah. See, a lot of people, including myself, still wonders why he's not in the show. And you may be right that he's not the nicest guy, and I could agree with you on that. But it still gave a some type of freshness, to some degree, because you had two completely different personalities with Nick and Chris Carter on the show. And besides, I liked his, demeanor, his authority, his leadership, to some degree, especially
mhm.
whenever Nick would say something stupid, Chris Carter would check him at all times. He would check
Mhm.
him. And now without him there, it feels like something is missing in that show. At least for
You
me.
know what it
At
is?
least for me.
You know
I
what it
think,
is?
what's that? What is that?
They have a discussion. I've seen the show. I've seen the show, and oh my god. I'm watching the Hurricanes game, so God, oh god. Anyways, all right. I think your problem with the show is that it's more of a discussion instead of an argument. You know what I mean? Like I like
uh
I know that they have what's that dude's name? Brendan Marshall there to kind of fill in the void for Chris Carter.
yeah.
But when it comes to like that show comes off more as a discussion than an argument, in my opinion.
Hmm. Well, the thing is though, you still don't have the two, because it seems like everybody else, when it comes to Nick and Marshall, even with Chris Broussard, when he would come in at times, in my opinion, all the personalities looks to be the same. And
Uh,
Chris Carter is really the only one. I mean, you could easily argue that, okay, he may have the same type of attitude or personality as Stephen A does, but
mhm.
like he will definitely check you if you say something really stupid, really something. If you say
All right,
something really
bye,
dumb,
Whitney.
if you say something really dumb, something really, I guess ignorant, I should say,
Bye, you guys. All right,
he will call you out on it, with no
bye.
hesitation. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Be good, all right. Be good. All right, my bad. I was saying bye to my nieces. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. He, without any type of hesitation, whether if it's on screen or out screen, that dude will expose you to the T.
Cool.
And
You talking about Carter?
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. He will always go off on you if you say something stupid, whether if he's your friend, whether if he's just, you know, um, just yeah, whether you're a friend or just a co-worker or whatever, he's going to go off on you if you say something stupid, especially if it's something that he doesn't like. And I think with that type of attitude, with that type of demeanor, at times it is necessary to have on the show, not to where he's will disrespect the guy like Stephen A does. I don't think he will go as far as attack you personally, like like what Stephen A would tend to do, or I think Chris Paul would do that occasionally when he would.
Who?
What Chris Paul, not Chris Paul, Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce. That hack.
Paul Pierce. I mean, at least the time when he would constantly hate on LeBron James, at least to LeBron James at
Hmm.
times. But for
Yeah.
me, to go back to the to the original question, I think it is necessary to have the audience, us, the fans, to know what happened with a particular person. Because let me use one more example, and then I'll give the floor back to you.
Hmm.
I remember you and I had this discussion when it comes to TV series, or movies, anything like that, where you grew up with a certain character, and
Hmm.
then when they replace that character out of the blue, you're like, wait a minute, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah.
You have questions. You know what I'm saying? Like is there's this type of void that you have within you that, hey, what happened to this guy that or this gal that I grew up watching, and now all of a sudden, the person just disappeared.
Yeah, like
And
how Aunt Viv went from dark skin to light skin. Yeah,
oh man, that's funny. That was funny. That's funny. But with her, no man, I really don't want to go too much off on topic. But with her,
yeah.
I don't think necessarily people missed her too much. Now
Well, I mean, Will
I
Smith was
think
the star of the show.
yeah, Will Smith was the star of the show. But do you remember watching Family Matters?
Yeah.
Now, when they replaced Harriet to this, light skin, Harriet, I do remember people were pissed.
No, you know why people were pissed? Because one, that happened like I think that was the last season they did that.
What's it last season?
Yeah, it happened very late in the show's history.
Oh, okay.
Very, very late.
Okay, okay,
Like,
okay.
and I mean, the show, and when you look at the episode, those last couple episodes, those episodes were not very good.
Yeah, they
They weren't very
weren't
good.
very, yeah, they weren't very good. And I also noticed that a lot of characters were missing. A
Yeah,
lot of the
like,
characters, yeah, they
yeah,
were
it
gone.
just, yeah, it was just that was just how it is, man. Like especially when and with shows with some shows like that where they just like contract you got contract disputes and stuff like that, and it is what it is. But yeah, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, so I'm only using that. I mean, I know they're probably two. I know they're two completely different entities, I guess, but I using that as an example as to why I think it is necessary that we as fans have the right to know. And if Stephen A, is being truthful about this, then I think that's a really cruel move. What he did. But I'm assuming that you disagree with me with my stance.
No, I mean, like me personally, I don't care because I don't really like the show, so it doesn't. It to me, it's just background noise. So it doesn't bother. Like trying to find out why someone did this and why someone did that. It doesn't bother me.
Okay.
What annoys me is really just the action that he would just talk about it on the show like flippantly, and to me it confirmed a lot of stuff about him that I can see why he's not liked in at ESPN. I can see why. I can see why. And now with the new ESPN, now it's just I think they have Michael Irving on Monday, and I love Michael Irving, right? Like I love Michael Irving. Like
I
he's
don't.
the he's a UM legend. Big props to him, but all he does is yell and scream. That's all he
That's the
does.
problem. That's
And
the
but
problem.
that's what people want.
Nah, I don't buy that. I
What?
don't I don't buy that. I don't buy
That's
that.
what people
Like
they want
every
arguments.
to I know this you may say that I'm going too far, but there are times when that dude is yelling, it's like I'm listening to Shaq. Well, I have absolutely no idea what he's saying.
Hmm. But
That
Shaq's
dude,
not
that
yelling at you. Like he just
no, yeah,
mumbles.
You just, Shaq mumbles, but I'm trying to give a visual or perspective of what I'm talking about, because every time when that dude is yelling, I have no idea what that dude is saying, and I I I don't think he did a really job at critiquing what's going on in a particular sport, and I feel like as if this is just the who could yell the most, or who's going to out yell each other, and to me that's not good for TV. If they could actually give some type of analysis, and good points, then maybe fine. But he doesn't do that.
No,
All
but
he does is
how many of them actually do that though? Like how many of them actually do that? What they want to hear is this guy's a bum, this guy sucks, and that's what they want to hear. That's what they want to hear. You
nah,
know what I mean?
not not
At least
not
in my
not
opinion.
not in this day and age. Well, all this cancel culture stuff. No. Anything you say now, you have to be really careful. Why do you think Stephen A had to apologize so many times? That dude had to be apologetic for almost every negative thing that dude had said,
Yeah,
especially.
because he's constantly putting his foot in his mouth.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what,
He always putting
but
his foot
you're
in
not
his
gonna
mouth.
fire him.
Well, no, he's the face of ESPN. They're not getting rid of that dude, regardless of how many times he had to apologize. They're not going to get rid of that dude, and it's very unfortunate that he could get away with all the stuff, that he does.
Mm.
And to me, there was this one guy I was listening to, where he was actually talking about this very topic, and he basically said
Mm-hmm.
how weird it was that Max, who was let go from the show, never had to apologize, not once, not one time. But Stephen A had to apologize like 3, 4 times. Like I think one about the Nigerian players,
Mm-hmm.
um, when he was mispronouncing their name on purpose or something like that,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
about how he was saying that the teams, weren't really that good, and yada yada yada.
He was criticizing the United States by disrespecting the Nigerian players' abilities,
Yes,
which he's
yes.
done, throughout his career, like Kwame Brown, um,
Oh
Rasho
my gosh.
Nesterovic,
Oh yeah, no. Yes, yes, I remember
Tiago
that.
Splitter. Like I, yeah,
And some of it is warranted. Do you remember all the criticism he gave when he was talking crap about Roy Hibbert? And I don't know if you remember, but there was one time Roy Hibbert only had like what 1 point. It was either
mm,
1 point or just one rebound that he had. And look, criticism, you deserve to be criticized when you're getting paid millions and millions of dollars, and you've been playing in the league for years, and all of a sudden you played that awful. Like I get it, what I'm saying. You play like garbage. I think that's okay to say on TV. Hey, you play like garbage. What I'm saying. But when you start disrespecting the person personally and start mispronouncing people's names on purpose.
hey, we have a chat. We have a chat. Someone put in a chat. Um, that Ryan Meadows. I don't know who this guy is. I think
I
I
I,
have an idea.
I have no idea what I thought it was Randy. It's not Randy.
It probably is Randy.
Yeah,
He put Trump 2024.
I think I don't see it. I wish I could see it, but I don't see it.
You can. I'll show you. I'll show you.
It's
I'll show
probably
you.
on the comment. Let me go to the comment section. Oh, I see
Yeah,
it. Trump,
yeah.
Trump 2024.
And anyways,
Oh my gosh.
so yeah, so you were saying.
I'm trying to remember what I was saying. Do you remember where I left off?
No, I don't. But let's wind down this topic. Like and then obviously you have Irving on Monday, and then you have Tim Tebow on Friday.
Oh yeah.
What does he bring to what does he bring to that show?
No, look, I have no idea. I really don't know. And what's also very that was very interesting was that, like, Tim Tebow just got let go from the what, the Jaguars, correct?
Hmm.
Was it the Jaguars? And
Yeah.
now he gets an opportunity, at FirstTake. I find it very
Well,
interesting.
technically he is a ESPN employee.
Well,
Technically.
yeah, but I find it very interesting that immediately after he got let go, that now he has an opportunity, to go to one of the biggest shows on First Take. Stephen A actually says absolutely nothing about it. I don't know if Stephen A was involved of
No,
bringing
100,
him
yeah,
in.
100. Yeah, he was involved, 100%. He was
Okay,
involved. Like,
the
come on,
same.
like he essentially removed Max Kellerman. Like, yeah, he's involved.
Okay, the same guy. If this is true, the same guy that was criticizing the whole fact that he got an opportunity, with the Jaguars.
Hmm.
Now all of a sudden, he's welcoming the exact same guy who he was criticizing to
You
First
know
Take.
why? You know why?
Go ahead.
Money. Like money. Like for whatever reason, people are very interested in Tim Tebow. I don't know why, but they are. So all remember some of the most memorable shows that they had that him and Skip had was arguing Tebow.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
And now you have him on the show. It makes sense. Like I just don't know what he brings to that show. Like I don't get me personally. I don't get it. But
I mean,
like I
he's.
said,
I mean, I guess he is, somewhat entertaining, to listen to. Like the way he, put his, sentences together, and he is entertaining, to listen to at times.
cool.
Tim Tebow.
I've
Well,
never heard him say anything interesting.
well, at the very least, when he talks about college football, it seems like he knows what he's talking about.
Well, Steve, no, look, you told me that I can't curse on here, right? You want me to refrain from cursing? Yes or no?
I said I would prefer this to be rated PG-13. It doesn't have to be
Okay,
PG. It doesn't have to be rated G. I mean, in rated PG-13 movies, they curse. They
okay,
just
all
don't
right,
go as
all right. I'm gonna say this right now. No shit, he knows about college football. He's a Heisman Trophy winner. He should know something about football.
okay. So that's value. That's value.
Dude, they have so many guys on that network that can do. You know who I'm surprised they didn't pick? Kendrick
Who?
Perkins.
Uh, I heard there's a lot of people who dislike that dude.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because he don't know what he's talking about. He just has hot takes just to have hot takes. But that's what the show is. That's what all these shows are. Just have
About
a hot
having.
take, to have a hot take, get people talking, and you're good.
So no substance is basically what you're saying. Like
Pretty
it
much,
has
yes.
absolutely no substance whatsoever.
None. A lot of these shows don't have
I mean,
substance.
if if you feel that way about Kendrick Perkins, I mean that's fine. But I can promise you, there's people out there that would probably say at least he's entertaining to listen to.
No,
Because
I mean he
you
can
said
be. He definitely
you
can be.
said you said this with Charles Barkley. You always said how there are many times he doesn't even know what he's talking about, despite the fact that he played in the sport.
Hmm.
But yet he's still entertaining to listen to. He's entertaining to watch.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I gladly admit that he's an entertaining watch, and it's not that necessarily that he doesn't know what he's talking about. I just think that he watches highlights of games instead of actually watching the games.
wait, who you talking about? Who you talking about? Kendrick Perkins or Charles?
Both of them as far as I'm concerned. But like
Wow. Okay.
but I'm referring to Barkley.
But you're referring to Barkley. I mean Barkley. At least he admits it that there'll be times he doesn't watch games, and I don't know. This is why I love TNT so much. The sports show. That's the greatest show of all time. But I don't
I
know.
agree.
There was an episode of where Shaquille O'Neal actually videotaped him sleeping during the game.
Hmm.
I don't know. And then they call him out on his BS, saying that I forgot what game it was, but they basically call him out on his BS, saying, hey, you didn't even watch the game. We caught you sleeping, so don't even try to give your analysis or try to critique. All right.
Okay, wait. Let me show you what. Let me.
It was hilarious.
Okay, let me tell you what I just watched right now. Right, I'm watching Hurricanes game. Right, they're playing
Yeah.
Appalachian State, a team that they should be beating by more than they do. Right, so a dude gets blocked. Right, he falls on the floor, gets back up, and still sacks the quarterback.
Really?
This team is. Oh god, this team is garbage.
What before you continue, what's the score?
Mhm.
I'm curious.
Is there Appalachian State's winning 14-12? Is still it's second quarter.
Oh, it's the second quarter. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
But anyway, before we move on to the next topic, right? Um, don't it seem like to you that every show, debate show, has at least one Cowboys fan or hater on it?
I'm trying to see who are the fans.
Like, okay, one Stephen A. Smith, obviously Cowboy hater. They bought in Michael Irving pretty much to combat the Cowboy hate, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I know. Colin Cowherd talks a lot about the Cowboys and
Yeah, at times he does. Yeah.
yeah.
I agree.
And then on the other, and then on
I
Undisputed,
agree.
you know, Skip Bayless is a huge Cowboys fan.
Huge Cowboy fan. Oh
Yeah.
goodness, man.
And for a team, and I don't care if anyone's offended by this. For a team that has had the same amount of success as the Dolphins had for the last 30 years, the amount of coverage that team gets is annoying.
Don't they say? Didn't they say that is still America's team or
For what reason? For what reason? It's
I
not like
mean,
they've won anything.
they've won Super Bowls in the past. It's just
Okay,
that
in the past, I was a toddler the last time they won a Super Bowl.
wait, were we that young? Gee whiz, that's
Yeah,
a long time ago. Golly.
yeah. Like I was young when the last time they won a Super Bowl, and when the last time they've even been close.
Yeah, they haven't been close for
But
for such a
the
long
way
time.
they talk about them the same way they talk about the Patriots, but they don't have nowhere near the success.
I mean, you know how it is. Like they do the exact same thing. With there are certain teams that are just favorites. Overall. Like the Lakers,
Yeah, okay,
the Green Bay Packers.
right, but
You know,
let's take an example of the Lakers, right? And the sport matters here because it's a lot easier to maintain relevance in basketball than it is in football, right? When it comes to winning, right? So the Lakers, they had a couple bad years, right? They had, they hired Magic Johnson to be in the front office for some reason. They had all this controversy surrounding them, and then all they really had to do was get LeBron James' agent and LeBron James' best friend slash agent of Anthony Davis to go there, and now they're back to relevance.
yeah.
Yeah, so like I can understand it from that point of view, but the Cowboys, like, come on, the most overrated franchise in the history of sports, overrated.
Yeah, come on. You can't say that to a team that won actual Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? Like you,
Like I said,
I wouldn't go that far.
they haven't won anything since I was a kid. They haven't won, and they haven't even been close since I've been an adult.
Yeah, but
So,
ever since oh, I almost said Tim Tebow, but ever since Tony Romo was there,
and
they've been box office, even though they
no,
haven't
no, they're
really gone.
not. No,
They've
they're
been box
not.
office. Yes, they
No, they're
have.
not.
They've been,
Look. Tony Romo was a good quarterback,
he was.
but he's not. He's not in the league of Drew Brees. Not in the league of Aaron Rodgers. Not in even the best of Cam Newton. Tony Romo couldn't sniff that. Couldn't sniff it.
Mm, that's
But
a
there will be
stretch.
times on First Take. There will be times on in all these debate shows where they're talking about Tony Romo either dating Jessica Simpson or dating some other celebrity, and I'm like, why is this? Why is this relevant? Why is this relevant? Well, I just had to get that off my chest. Like,
No, I got you. Like for me, I figured, it is what it is. For some reason, we still have a whole bunch of Dallas Cowboy fans all over this country, and
which is fine. Look, I 100% understand that. I understand that when team wins, then then what it does is it allows people to become fans of that. Because a lot of people are wagon jumpers, bandwagon jumpers. Let's be real.
I
Let's
could
be
agree with
real.
that.
Like
I could agree with that.
same thing happened with the big three in Miami down here. Like, people are wagon jumpers. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So I get the fandom. Like, I don't mind the fandom,
Right?
but I don't understand the coverage that this team gets. Like, they've done no relevant winning in the past 30 years.
Yeah. Let me
No
see.
relevant winning.
Yeah, yeah. I have no choice but to agree with
They
that
are
one.
they're the Dolphins. That's what they are. They're the Dolphins.
Wait,
The only
what?
difference, they're the Dolphins. They're us. They've been us for the past 30 years.
Yeah, they've been the Jets too.
Well, I mean, the Jets are a notch below. You know what I mean? Like, the Jets are but even the Jets have been closer to the promised land than the Cowboys been.
Yeah, that was even though that was back in high school, but yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, I had to get that off my chest. All right, let's go to your
Let
topic, because your topic
well,
is going to be a lot more controversial.
yeah. But my overall point was I really didn't like what Stephen A. Did to Max. Now the thing is, the reason why at first I was on his side, because I didn't know that he had told this to Max beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
beforehand. He said he now this is what he said. I don't know if he's lying or not, but
Mm-hmm.
he said that he told Max that this was probably only going to be like a 2 3 year run,
Mm-hmm.
but it came, to 5 years. So, 2 extra years, he gave, to Max. So I guess he felt like, the show needs, a bit of a refreshment. Here's the issue that I have.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about that you want a refreshment, but the show has still been number one for the 5 years Max was there. What type of
Yeah, but
refreshment do you actually need?
you know how people are, man. Like
No, no,
people in
no,
that
no, no, no,
industry,
no.
you can't be stagnant. And
No,
I
no,
think
no,
that's
no, no,
what
no,
I think
no,
that's what
no,
Stephen A was saying.
no,
I
no,
don't
no,
agree
no,
with
no,
him. I
no,
don't
no, no.
agree with him. I
I
don't agree
think
with him. But I'm just telling you that that's what it was. Like he felt like it was stagnant.
no, that I think that's a cop out. That's a cop out because remember during that time he had a new contract.
Hmm.
Remember during that time a new contract. During that time he's going, he's traveling all over the places. He's getting all these new gigs. Now he's doing UFC, all this other stuff. This dude was
Yeah.
basically
Well, they're paying all that money. The better he got to be used for something.
right. All that money, all the extra fame that he got, all because not just because of him, doing this, solo. No, it's also
Hmm.
because Max plays a huge part of that show being number one. That's a fact because both of them were
I
involved.
that show's been number one forever. Like I mean, frankly, you a monkey can do that job with Stephen A. And they'll be number one. And
Well,
probably be a
well,
lot more. It'd probably be a lot better too.
well. For me, I actually stopped watching. I actually stopped watching the show because of two reasons. Two reasons why I stopped watching. One of them you already knew already. One because I can't stand Molly.
Hmm.
That chick is extremely annoying. Her annoyance
Hmm.
is what made me stop, one of the reasons why I stopped watching the show because for one she is constantly interfering with the debate, ruining the flow of the debate, and she constantly wants to be heard. Like she always wants to make some point, but the point actually becomes stupid. And here's what I've also noticed, when it comes to Molly. I know we talk about Stephen A, but I just want to get this off of my chest.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, the thing is, even though there were segments where she would actually do a decent job, the ship has already sailed with her already. You know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
never seen so many YouTube videos about a particular person being hated on by so many fans. Like, dude, if you go on YouTube right now,
I've
you
seen
will.
it. I've seen it.
Yeah, a lot of people cannot stand this dude. I believe there's like a petition. I don't know if it's still there, but if it's still there, I need to go and sign it because I need to partake in that.
All right.
I can't stand this chick. And the only reason why people, a lot of these, simps, I'm gonna call them simps, they only like her
Hmm.
there because she's pretty, so they could lust all over her. That's it. She brings no type of value into that show. Zero.
Have you ever seen the ugly host on one of these debate shows?
Let me think. Wait, hang on. No,
Like,
no,
I mean, I'm not saying she's there only because of her looks, but that's why she's there.
no. I think she's there. I think she's there because of Jane Rose. The producers cannot be this stupid. They know that people are complaining over her. They can't be this naive. They cannot. There has to be a reason why she's still in that show. And that's the other reason why I'm not supporting it.
I mean, Stephen A. can kick her out. Like, like,
It's the reason why I still it's now it's the icing on the cake. You get rid of Max, but you keep her? No, I'm not supporting that. I'm not
mhm,
supporting that, and I'm not watching 1 second of that show. Not one.
mhm,
And secondly, I wanted to address one more thing before we move on.
mhm.
That that I believe Stephen A is very arrogant. You know what I'm saying? Like he's very arrogant, and I believe that every single time when Max would bring up a good point, he had no choice but to be argumentative and start bullying Max, and typically, basically, just start yelling at him when he really doesn't have a comeback. That's what I have noticed, with Stephen A. He gets so upset when Max disagrees with him. And I also believe this is an addition. I don't know if you've seen the segment where Terrell Owens had told him that Max is blacker than you are. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, I think I heard it, but I never saw the segment.
I saw that, and dude, let me tell you, Stephen A was devastated. He couldn't control his facial expression. I could tell that dude wanted to curse at freaking Terrell Owens. But I mean, you need when you get a chance, you need to take a look at it. But I believe Stephen A is arrogant, and I believe ever since he got that major contract, a lot he's just been thinking that he's Mr. Big Shot, and a lot of people just can't stand the dude. I mean, we have people calling him out. We have people making YouTube videos. We even have Joe Rogan. I don't know if you remember the situation with him and Joe Rogan when he was covering the
Oh,
Conor McGregor fight.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, Joe
Well,
Rogan
what
had
did Joe
stuff to
Rogan
say about
say?
him.
What
Like
did Joe Rogan say?
he said that he wasn't even going to waste his time, arguing, with Stephen A because Stephen A doesn't even know anything about UFC anyway.
He said
But
that. I thought he was defending him.
Joe Rogan was defending Stephen A.
That's what I thought. But
No, he
like
wasn't.
I said, I
No,
don't know because no, I have to look back. Well, actually, I don't really
because
have to
remember,
look back.
Stephen A was criticizing the fight because he felt like
Yeah,
Conor
I
McGregor
remember. I
finished him off.
remember. Yeah, I remember.
Cowboy, what we
Yeah,
didn't really learn anything.
he used the same tired stick when it comes to criticizing people, like, criticizing the fighter, Cowboy Cerrone, that he does when he criticizes players. Right? He quit.
Yeah,
This and that, and this all this lazy analysis or whatever. So,
and
yeah.
I have a huge problem with that. So overall, so many people, so many different, even famous people, dislike the dude, and for what he did to Max was unacceptable. Because as I said before, the show was already number one. I believe what he said is a cop out. Max should have been left alone. And I'm gonna say this. I think Max was just getting better than Stephen A. He was being better, and Stephen A couldn't handle it. Stephen A couldn't take it, and that's why he had Max fired, or move on to some other show. But I don't want to keep blabbing on about Stephen A
Okay.
because it is what it is. But I'm not gonna support that show. I can't watch it anymore, especially now with two grown men yelling at each other. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in somebody that was bullying Max. And Max, remember, Max has a wife, he has kids. Max knows.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Like
Yeah, but you
he's
you
been
you
there
can't,
forever. He'll be fine.
when you say stuff like, oh, um the only reason why I'm talking to you, he said something. This is not verbatim, but
Hmm.
just paraphrasing. He said to Max one time, oh, the only reason why I'm arguing, this topic with you is because you're on this show. I would have walked away or turned my back on you if you was some other dude on the street,
Hmm.
yada yada yada. And and to me, you're trying to embarrass somebody who is helping you making this show number one. You know what I'm saying? And I just can't support someone like that anymore. I used to be a huge Stephen A fan, but he makes everything a race issue. He always want to talk about race. He always bullying Max. And there are a lot of times where he just doesn't know what he's talking about, and he screams way too much and too disrespectful. I can't support someone like that anymore. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me with that.
All right. Well, I mean, before you knock down your mic, go ahead. Talk about your topic.
Oh man, no, my mic is fine. My mic is fine. But yeah, the second topic, we're going to be talking about NBA 2K and the WNBA. And you
And
you know
before
exactly how it
before
feels. All right,
before
go
you
ahead.
continue, get the screenshot on. Before you continue, I actually decided to watch some gameplay footage of NBA 2K22.
I actually saw
Don't
some too. Well, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah. The only footage I've seen so far is the PS5 version of it. And I gotta be real with you, man. Like I'm impressed with the game. A lot of people, server issues aside, because that's That's a 2K tradition, server issues. But
Yeah.
outside of that, a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people are really liking the game for the most part.
I believe you're right, but I think that's for the next gen though.
Yeah, oh yeah, obviously, because the next gen has all the bells and whistles. The presentation is on another level. The sheer amount of people just like things going around, like it looks like an actual NBA broadcast. You know what I mean? Like it looks like it, and that's pretty impressive. Plus,
Yeah,
I've heard some stuff like gameplay wise, everything seemed to be better. So
yeah, I
yeah.
need to look at more of the reviews because I've heard a lot of complaints at the very least, from the Switch version and from
Oh, come
the
on.
from
Come on. That's the last gen version. Like, come on.
yeah, from the Switch version and even the PS4 and the Xbox
Okay, last
um
gen versions.
one version. No, no,
Last
yeah,
gen.
it may be last gen, but but still, you're still paying for the game. You're still paying for the game, and regardless of what console is on, the game has to be good. And I believe 2K should have known better. They should have known better. But if you're for the PS5 version and the Xbox Series X,
Hmm.
if you prefer it, to be good on those consoles, I mean, I get it, but uh,
Well, you're not gonna get all the same. As long as the gameplay is fine, like that's all. That's really all that should matter. Like all the extra bells and whistles, like the count when it comes to the characters and stuff like that. You're not gonna get that on last gen. You're just not.
yeah, I agree. Like I've heard some good stuff about the career mode,
Hmm.
but I heard that my team, I think it's called my team, what's it called? My team mode or something like that, whatever
Yeah,
it
I think
is.
it's called My Team.
Yeah, I heard people were not really too impressed with that one. But the whole career mode thing, because it's like an open world. You know what I'm saying? Like you could do all different stuff. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I know they had that last in the last game and whatever. But
I haven't looked. I
I'm
haven't
gonna
looked too
try the
much
game
into it
out.
though. Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the game out, but I haven't heard at least unanimously that the game was awesome. Like I've been hearing different point of views that the game is good. I heard some people say the game is bad.
Hmm.
Some say
I
the game
mean,
is average.
I remember the last couple years, I've heard people complain about the game. I don't hear so much of that complaining this year. Now it's still early, and normally how things go is there's always like this one patch that messes everything up when the sports games and people start complaining. So
Yeah.
we'll wait and see. But anyway, go ahead. Go ahead with your topic.
You can see. Can you see the screen? Can you see
Yeah,
the
yeah, I
2K?
popped it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This is the issue. That I have. With this. With this game. Not the game. Itself. As far as
Which is what we should be talking about, but okay.
which we already did. We just talked about it.
All right.
We just said that the game is good on the newer consoles, but they still need some work. The game is still sluggish on the last gen consoles, especially the Switch version. You know what I'm saying? Especially graphically. Graphically,
Come on,
it's
you can move on. Like you're expecting much from the Switch version. Come on.
yeah. So here's the issue I have, with 2K 22. Now, the cover is the issue that I have also. Not just the game, but also the cover.
What you mean? I see like five covers on here, and
Yeah,
you have a problem with one of them.
I have a problem with one of them. Yes.
One
Now
of the
don't.
optional ones.
Yeah, one of the optional ones.
Optional.
Yeah, it shouldn't be there in the first place.
Mm.
It should not be there in the first place. This is NBA 2K. NBA, not
Mhm.
WNBA. It doesn't say WNBA and NBA. No, it says NBA 2K22.
Mhm.
Why in the world is Candice Parker on the cover? She has no business being there. And I already know what you're going to do, and I already know what you're going to say. You're going to say that, oh, Steve, this is you being a sexist. I know how you are. You love pulling the sexist card. I already know what you're going to do, but I'm waiting for you to do that. But what I'm saying is fact. This is an NBA game. Why is a WNBA player is on the cover? Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm asking you that question. Go ahead.
Okay. Is she in the game?
I
Can
believe
you play
so.
as her? Can you play as her in the game?
Sure.
Then why would what's the problem?
It's still an NBA game.
Okay, this is an NBA game that has WNBA teams, and it has, I believe it still has the All Star teams, like the All NBA teams of yesteryear. They have the historic teams. They have legendary teams, and I believe they still have foreign teams from foreign like from Spain and stuff like that. I think they do. I'm not 100% sure, but they
Are
had
they in the cover?
no.
No,
But if but
exactly.
if but if
No.
they were but if they were maybe, I'm not 100% sure on this. If you go to Italy, which has a actually a pretty decent NBA, not NBA, basketball league over there, they may have put a Italian player on the cover.
In Italy.
Maybe, but I'm not 100% sure.
So you just mumbling? You're just talking crap?
No, I'm just saying at the end of the day, she's on the cover because, one, most importantly, you can play as her in the game. They put more emphasis on the women's side of the game when it comes to, I think, my women. I think they have a my WNBA as well, right? So, and also she's still a very good player,
No, brother.
and more importantly, she's also the most, she probably is the most famous WNBA player because of what she did to get her now husband out of jail for wrongly being accused. I think it was a murder or something like that. So you add all those factors together, that clearly they're trying to be more inclusive. They're trying to
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
they're trying to be more inclusive. They're
Hmm.
putting a more emphasis on the women's game, and more importantly, you have 4 or 5 covers on here. Why is it that her being on the cover pisses you off so much?
Because it's pandering and nothing more. All that extra stuff that you just mentioned
Hmm.
about her and her husband. Okay, that's good. That has nothing to do with the game. That has
Okay.
absolutely nothing to do with the game.
Okay.
They are completely pandering and nothing more.
To who?
You
To
mean
who?
you mean to
To
tell me?
who?
Who mean to who?
Who are they pandering to?
Obviously, the
Wait,
WNBA,
obviously, who?
the girls, the WNBA players.
And that's a bad thing.
Oh, for goodness sakes, heaven no.
That's a bad
You
thing.
yeah. If
So
they
okay.
if
So let me get this.
you having a feature, they're not part of the main game. They're not part of the main game. A feature that's in the game is in the cover, right? And not only that, it's
Okay.
NBA players that's in the cover. If they why don't they have their own game?
They're in
Why
the
can't
game.
why
They
can't
have the
why no
game.
no no no
The
no no no
game
no
is in
no
the
I'm not
game.
no wait hold on. Why can't 2K or whoever make a WNBA game exclusively about the WNBA players?
It's in the game, Steve. You
You're
can't
not
look.
answering the question. You're not
It's
answering the
in the
question.
game.
No. Why
It's in
don't they have
the
their
game.
own? Why can't they have their own separate game?
Because you want 2K to waste money.
Wait. Hold on. If they're relevant, they would double their money.
You know what?
When they double their money,
No.
let me know.
No. Like no. Even if the game is a success, right? Even if the game makes money, why would you make 2 different games when you can fit the NBA players, the WNBA players, and all the other players all the other teams and players they have in the game, and on one disc? It
I
don't make
don't
no sense.
I don't mind them having the NBA legends. Like let's say if they put Michael Jordan, they put Kobe or Magic Johnson. They were all NBA players.
What about
So
what about ABA teams?
I don't
What about
I
ABA
don't mind
teams?
them.
What about ABA teams?
ABA teams,
Yeah,
ABA teams.
yeah, ABA teams.
I mean, I think it's kind of
No,
silly to
no,
have
no,
them
no, no,
there.
no, 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 no. You're not gonna have the same. You're not gonna have that same energy.
No, yeah, I think it's kind of silly to have them there. But sure,
No, but you're
go
not going to
ahead.
complain about it because you're
But
not gonna
sure,
know. You're
but
not gonna
sure,
know.
yeah, sure.
You're
You
not
could,
going to know.
yeah, sure. You could have them on there. But she, but to me, she has a WNBA player have no business being in the cover. They have no business being in the cover.
Why?
Absolutely none. I
Why?
just told you why. It's pandering.
Okay, okay. I heard that excuse already.
They know for a fact.
Why
They
can't
know
why can't they have representation because they're in the game? They have their likenesses in the game. They have all the teams. They have all the arenas in the game. So why can't 2K have each representation of their game in the game?
because
Why can't
because you're representing the NBA, not the
which
WNBA.
proudly represents the WNBA?
Oh my
Which
goodness.
proudly represents the WNBA?
Yeah, by subsidizing. Yeah.
Who cares?
What do you mean who cares? That league is irrelevant and you know it.
Who cares?
You know it.
So if it's
The only reason they're there is because they're putting them on life support. That's it. They're on life support. Nobody cares about the WNBA, and I guarantee you. Now let me finish. And I guarantee you, this is not going to help the WNBA at all. Because because you said this earlier when we talked about this before, that the whole purpose for them to have them in the NBA 2K game was for advertisement. That's what you said.
Yeah.
For advertisement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Putting them on life support. Help you want to advertise a product that nobody wants. That's the issue that I have. You're trying to spoon feed me something that I don't want, that many people don't want. And you mean and no, don't
go ahead. Hurry.
This is a product that nobody wants. Okay? The WNBA is a dead product. Nobody cares about them. You don't care about them. I don't care about them. Nobody cares about them. Nobody buys their merchandise. People don't attend, their games. And nobody talks about them. Out of all the top shows, whether if it's FirstTake, First Things First, PTI, Undisputed, all those shows, none of them talks about the WNBA. None of them do. But you mean to tell me that putting them in this game would help them? Give me a break.
Can I go now?
Give me a break. Go ahead.
Can I go now?
I have more to say, but go ahead.
Right, you can say it. But you're saying that they're irrelevant, but yet this cover is making you upset. If it's irrelevant, then you would just ignore it and get one of the other 3 or 4 covers that they have.
All this does, my response is, all this does is going to push people away from the WNBA even more.
Then let it happen.
Even more.
Let it happen. If a cover is going to offend you to the point where you're not going to watch the game that you're not watching anyway, then let it happen. Who cares?
What do you mean? Who cares?
Like I don't care.
Who cares?
Another thing that a lot of people do, right? They say, "Oh, they're spoon feeding this to us." What you're doing?
Did you see the commercials? It's true.
Okay, listen. What a lot of people do, right? And I'm not gonna say who does it because we're gonna get into a whole other discussion over this. You have a lot of people who look to get offended, who search getting offended. That's exactly what you're doing right now, right? Oh, they're spoon feeding me something that I'm not watching anyway. How dare they talk to me like I'm at that, like they're actually in front of me, right? You're looking to be offended. When you're saying, I know you're going to bring up the commercial that they have where they're chastising their critic. When they're chastising their critics.
Oh yes, go ahead.
And I'm like, you do realize that I don't watch the product either. But I'm not going to sit here and stop them from marketing their brand, from making money on their brand. Like I don't like good on them. Who cares?
What money? What money? What
Steve, Steve,
they're
Steve,
being subsidized. What money?
Steve. Even if they're making money, are you going to see any of it? Any of it? Are
Wait,
you
what?
going to see any? If they were making money, are you going to see any of it?
No, but what does that mean?
All right, then why do we care then? You keep talking about, oh, they don't make money, they don't make money. Well, they're not. Well, if they were making money, are you gonna get some of it? No.
No,
Then what? Then why do you care?
no, because when you have stuff like WNBA player in a cover, when you have commercials that says, "Oh, it's because you're not watching, that's why they're not being successful," and then they just made one recently of them talking about, oh, how they're better than the men. Like, what are you guys talking about? Like, what are you guys
You
talking about here?
you know
Like, look,
you like
here's the thing.
well, where are you searching these commercials from?
What, want me to find you
So
one?
yeah, well, you're looking at
All
all these
right,
commercials.
no, it
You
was on TV. It was on
go ahead,
TV.
go
It
ahead,
was on
continue.
TV. But yeah, all this does is going to cause people, to hate the WNBA even more
Then let
because you
them.
constantly
Then
because
let
you
them.
because but here's the thing. Let me move my mouse, out the way. Um, you can still see the screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What the product is what needs to be fixed, not the advertisement. Having no, not the advertisement. They're still being showed on ESPN and all these other networks. The advertisement is not the problem. It's the product that's the problem, and you need to realize that as a business.
I don't care.
No, 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 no. Yeah. Well, first off, you don't care about anything. Okay, let's get this out the way. You don't care about nothing.
No, I care about stuff that actually means something. Not complaining about one of four optional covers in a game.
Trust me, if they truly believed in their product, they would have made a WNBA game. But
They
that's
did.
another
It's in
that's another
2K.
issue.
It's in the game. You
No,
can't.
no, 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 no.
To
I
my
don't want to
knowledge,
hear that. No.
it's in the
No,
game.
I'm not accepting that. That's crap. I'm not accepting that. That's crap. That's crap, and you know it.
So you're not
You know
accepting
it.
the facts. Go
If
ahead. All right. Go ahead.
if
Continue.
they if yeah. So as I was saying, it's on life support, right? It's on life support. They're being
Okay.
subsidized, from the NBA. They're constantly,
Okay.
putting all these, stupid commercials. They're having the
Okay.
NBA players acting like a bunch of simps, acting as if the WNBA players matter, and then they're trying to convince us, to watch a show that we don't want.
Okay.
You see, here's the thing, having no.
Has an NBA
If
player
no, no,
ever
no, let
succeeded
me let
and
me.
convinced you to watch the games? Have an NBA player ever convinced you to watch the game?
I look at the NBA player and I said, you are wasting your time.
Have
That's
an
that, that,
NBA
that
no?
that's what
Have
I
an
said.
NBA have
You
an
are
NBA
wasting
player?
your time
I then why are we talking about the cover then?
because
If you're not going to watch, why are we talking about the cover?
so it would matter if I did watch.
No, I don't understand why this is such a big issue for you.
It's look. It doesn't belong. This is what happens when you start to pander. All right. If you don't, all right. I'm going to play this audio real quick for you. The whole
Do you think it'll work?
it should work.
Oh, we'll see.
It should absolutely work. I'm going to play this audio, and you tell me if what he's saying is legit. All right. All right. Let me see. Did you hear that?
No,
You didn't hear anything?
no, play it again. I could barely hear it.
Oh, okay. So you heard something.
I heard mumbling. I didn't hear nothing else.
Uh, okay. Maybe if I put the volume up a bit. Let me see. All right. See if you hear something now.
I can hear it a little bit more, but it's still low.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, I can barely hear it.
How is it that how is it
Can you just summarize what he's saying?
My issue with the WNBA has always been this: that a lot of people feel you should cover it.
did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. That's Colin Cowherd.
Yeah, okay, but did you hear it clearly though? Because I want everybody else to hear it clearly also.
Well, I mean, I heard it.
Okay, so if you can hear it clearly, then I'll play the whole thing.
All right.
So here we go.
My issue with the WNBA has always been this: that a lot of people feel you cover
Now
it.
it's breaking up.
Instead of really being a sport, like a movement, like Go Green or organic. The only reason organic works in this country is Whole Foods can make money off it. You know why Go Green slowed down? Couldn't make money off it. It didn't make any financial sense. The WNBA attendance, not good. The WNBA ratings, not good. The WNBA salaries, not good. It's not working because you, the consumer, don't want it, and I'm never going to cover anything because I feel it's a movement. I will cover women's sports should be covered when they're great.
Oh,
Otherwise,
Mhm.
patronizing.
say it.
You're patting them on the head. You go, girl.
Okay.
Yes.
I covered the United States
Okay.
national soccer team. They're awesome. They're fun. They're athletic. They're really good. Women's tennis, we talked.
It's almost done.
Several times. Cover that. But I'm not covering the WNBA.
I didn't come on here to listen to Colin Cowherd. Like,
It's become movements, and I've heard this for even Adam Silver, who I love.
It's almost done. It's almost done. Almost done.
I'm disappointed. I thought we'd be farther along. I wish people in power would get. That's not our job.
Thank you.
Organic movement works because it makes people money. Go Green died down. It doesn't. You can't cover stuff because it's a movement. These are companies: Fox, ESPN, NBC, CBS Sports. Get out of the movement business. If it ain't making money, if eyeballs aren't watching, those companies have a they owe their shareholders numbers, revenue, ratings. And if you don't produce it, they're not going to go with it.
Oh, man. Dude, we need to give this dude a round of applause, please. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
okay,
Th-
let me
not-
let me
not-
re-
not-
let me
not-
let me respond. Since you forced me to listen to Colin Cowherd, I want to respond.
Yeah. Wait. What's wrong with Colin? You don't like Colin Hogwarts either? You don't like him
I'm
either?
not a fan. Not a fan. Not a fan.
Oh,
But
why am I
here's
not
my
surprised?
here's my response to that. That's not my problem. I don't care. I don't care about the WNBA's finances. I don't care about their ratings. I don't care about their attendance. I don't care. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters to me when it comes to everything regarding NBA 2K is the game itself. That's all I care about. What cover you pick is not my problem. What cover you complain about is not my problem. I don't care. And the fact that you do, now again, I can understand it from Colin's point of view because he used to work at ESPN, right? There are definitely people who try to pressure people into covering the WNBA. That's 100% happening, right? But if you're not a fan of the product for whatever reason,
That's a
then
problem.
you don't have to cover it. That's fine. I don't like. It's not. I'm not going to get upset about that. But what does that have to do with what does that have to do with the NBA cover? What does that have to do with the NBA cover? If the least that it can do is get more people to know the WNBA players, why is that a bad thing?
That's a bad thing because it's not the advertisement that's the problem. I already said this. The advertisement is not what the problem is. The problem is the product. The product sucks. And
There's
I
a lot.
told you,
Look, look,
and I told you this before. And I'm not against women's sports. I know you said that I am, but I already debunked that already. Many times before. I am for women's sports, and I like women's sports. I told you I like women's gymnastics. I told you I prefer women's tennis over men's tennis, etc., etc. Right now, but when it comes to the WNBA, the reason why that product is so bad is because the athleticism be comparing to the men is not even close. You see the reason why people are able to watch women's tennis, women's gymnastics, women's track and field, is because the athleticism that they are able to display is not really that far out from the men. Now there's still a huge difference, but at least the entertainment value is still there. The WNBA is not there. What you need to do is try to find certain tweaks, certain strategies that you need to put in
so that
to
you
the
can watch
product, into the product, so that the product could be good. The WNBA is not good,
So you
and
can. So they had to make changes so that you can watch it.
it's not just for me. It's for everybody.
No,
Nobody watches.
it's for no, it's for you.
No. It's not for me because everybody complains about the WNBA.
Dude, there's people who complain about everything.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine. But my point is, this league had existed for 20 years. And for 20 years, it has never been independently a profitable business. That's a problem. And
For
having
who?
for the league. For the league. That's a problem. And what you're not getting is them putting this into a cover, putting this into a NBA game, which to me, I think is stupid, because you're not making the product better by putting it into the game. You're not making the product better by saying, "Oh, you guys are not watching." You're not making the product better by saying that, "Oh, you could outperform the men in your stupid commercials, when your stupid Nike commercials." What makes the product better is you first acknowledge that the product sucks, right? Acknowledge that your product is no good, and then you try to fix it from there. I tried to give you, maybe a couple examples that other people tried to bring up, whether if it's lowering the rim, whether if it's making the diameter of the rim maybe a little, make it probably a little
They
bit
already
bigger.
play with a smaller basketball.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, they already play with a smaller basketball.
They don't have a choice. They can't play with the NBA basketball. I mean, they don't have a choice.
You want it to be like the NBA, but it just can't.
Okay, they can't. Which is why.
Then why are you trying to make changes?
Make changes easier for the players, so that way the sport will actually be entertaining. Make it easier for them, because I believe that the height of the rim, and obviously the size of the hoop, maybe because also the size of the court, adds a little bit too much resistance for the WNBA players, which is why the entertainment value isn't there, which is why people don't want to watch. What I'm trying to tell you is, you fix the product. That will make your product good, and that will make people watch. But constantly advertising the game, advertising a bad product, putting it into an NBA game is not going to make people watch. Fixing the product is what will make people watch.
You do realize that if you propose some of the rules that you propose about the NBA, it wouldn't be basketball anymore, as you know it, because no other sport has it to where they change everything so drastically so that it makes the game easier for them. They don't do it in soccer. They play in I don't know if the ball's smaller, but the fields are not smaller. At least I don't think they are. Or at least if they are, they're not that much. They're not that much smaller. They don't do that.
I think it's smaller. They do that with softball. They do that with.
Softball in general is different, because softball, like there's men's softball too. Like men play softball as well, right?
Okay.
But like all the stuff that you're discussing about making wholesale changes with the WNBA has nothing to do with the cover. Has nothing to do with the cover. It has everything to do with you hating the fact that they put it on the cover. That's it. And to me,
oh my god,
I don't care enough to get upset over a cover, especially one that's not mandatory. If it was mandatory, then in a weird, sick way, I can understand it.
Wait, hold on. Why? Because your stance has been, it's in the game. So what? That's your stance.
No.
So what problem? Wait, hold on. If it's no problem that is an option, then it shouldn't be a problem if it was an exclusive cover either.
Look,
go ahead.
No no one denying
I can't
that the
wait.
main feature of the game is the NBA players. That's not my argument. That's never my argument. My argument is that why is it that an optional cover is such a big problem for you? That's my problem. If it was mandatory, then I can understand. I can understand to an extent.
Why?
That doesn't
Why?
no because it's mandatory.
Why?
It's mandatory.
But they're in the game, like you said. It's in the
Okay,
game. So what's
that's
the
fine. But
problem?
but we all know that the bread and butter is the NBA players. I know that.
Okay,
I know
so
that.
okay,
But
which means they don't belong. They
but here's the
don't
thing. But here's
belong.
the thing. When you take an NBA cover, what do they normally put on the 2K cover? What type of athlete do they put on the 2K cover?
Like one of the elite players.
Yeah, they don't just pick a random player out of nowhere. Normally, they will always put either not necessarily the MVP, but a player that had a standout year when it maybe in the playoffs had a standout playoffs, or like a hot up and comer or something like that, right? Right?
Yeah. I'm listening. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. So if you're going to mandatorily put a cover of NBA 2K of of really a woman on there, like regardless of whatever woman's on there, right? Whether it's it doesn't matter who, right? When the main focus on the game is what happens in the NBA, yes, I can understand that. But if it's an optional cover, why are we having a big deal? Why is it such a big deal if it's an optional cover?
It shouldn't be an optional cover in the first place. It shouldn't be. And you gave everything that you had said, prior to that is basically what I'm arguing about right now. You
Okay,
said
but
that
you
you said
but
if that
look,
was the only cover,
there are
you
two
said
leagues in the game.
you said it would be a major problem. You
No, I
said it
didn't.
would be a
No, wait,
problem.
wait, don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say it was a major problem. I said I would understand the people getting upset about it if it was just a mandatory cover. Because that
Okay, but it's just a cover, like you said.
then it's
But you
pandering.
said it's
Then
just a
that's
cover.
pandering. Then that's pandering.
No, but
Then
you
that's
said
pandering.
but you just said if it's in the game, it shouldn't matter. That's what you said because they're
No,
in the
because
game. But
I'm
but
talking
but that's not the vocal point. That's not the
in the
primary.
context of the multiple covers that you have in the game. You have multiple covers in the game that you can buy. You can buy the Dirk Nowitzki. FYI, he don't play. He don't play in the league no more.
But he
But
played in
yeah,
NBA.
oh,
But
that's
he
fine. But he
played
don't
in
play. No, he don't
NBA.
play right now. He
That's
don't play right
fine.
now.
He played before.
But yeah, he has a cover. I think Luca has a cover. Who else has a cover? Candice has a cover. Who? I know there's one more cover. I think it's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who hasn't played in the league in forever. So you have four covers to choose from.
Let me
Right?
ask you a question.
If you don't want one, pick the other three. It's that simple.
Let me ask you a question.
Most of the problem that we have in this society is that you have a lot of people who make a big deal out of something that's not a big deal.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
If the Luca cover was the only cover that you could pick, would that be a problem?
No.
If the Dirk
because,
Nowitzki cover,
because,
no,
because
let me finish.
I'm gonna tell you why. No, I'm gonna
If
tell you
the
why.
if the
I'm gonna
if
tell
the
you why.
Dirk
No,
Nowitzki
no,
cover was the only option, would that be a problem?
no.
No,
No, I don't. No, because I don't
but
care, Steve.
Candice
Steve,
Parker, if that was
Steve,
an exclusive cover, that would
Steve,
be an issue.
Steve. I don't care. I don't
Come
care
on, I
about
caught you
covers.
having a come on.
No, no, no. I don't care. I don't care about covers. I don't care about covers. I don't care about. I
I
don't
call
care about.
BS on that.
No, I don't.
I think you're lying.
No, I don't. I don't care. The only time I care about covers is if there's a Heat player on there. That's it. That's it. I already explained to you that if you only had one cover, you're obviously going to put in either an NBA player, a current NBA star, or a legend, right? Which is fine. If you're going to put a WNBA woman on the cover, if it's the only cover available, then I can understand people saying it's pandering.
Okay.
Why? Why? And I'm explaining to you why.
Go ahead.
The reason why is because we all know that the vast majority of the game is played by NBA fans, right? And people who and the main feature of the game is the NBA players. Like I'm not dumb to that.
Okay.
My overall point
Thank
is
you.
that you have three covers, you have four covers, you have one that you don't like, you have three other covers to choose from. Why are we getting upset over one cover that you don't have to pick?
The cover that's there, which is the Candice Parker cover, as I said before, doesn't belong. And the fact that you admitted that it would
Okay,
be a
okay,
problem that
it doesn't belong.
if it
According to
was an
who?
exclusive
According to
cover,
who? According to who? You want to tell the 2K developers that
I would
you want you
I would absolutely gladly tell them that, absolutely,
and
in
they
a
will laugh
heartbeat.
in your face.
That's
They will
fine.
laugh in your face, and then next year cover, you know who they're gonna put on the cover on one of the covers? Elena Del Don or something like that.
That's
Or
fine.
one.
I'm going to look at the numbers, in a few days from now. I'm going to do question. Do they have they don't have like numbers of which copy sold more, right? It'll all just come into one category, correct? Like we won't be able to tell which cover sold more, right? Like if the Luca covered, I don't think so, because
Well,
it's still one brand.
yeah, but like anyone who actually would look up that information is I'm sorry, that's a loser right there, as
No,
far
it's
as I'm
not.
concerned.
I
The
don't,
look
I don't think.
the look up
I
who
don't think so.
which cover sold the most? Really?
Yeah, I mean that's just the question, though.
I don't know, and frankly, I don't care.
I mean, you don't. Okay, again. First off, you don't care about anything.
I
You
don't
don't
care
care
about
about
I don't care
you don't
about
care about
nonsense.
anything.
I don't care about
You don't.
nonsense.
No, you don't care about nothing.
I don't care
You
about nonsense. And
you don't.
this
No, you don't
conversation is
care about
nonsense.
nothing.
This
You don't care about
conversation is
nothing.
nonsense.
Wait. So why did you want to? Why did you agree to the topic?
Because no, one, I'm gonna clip one, I'm gonna clip your comments. That I'm definitely doing that. Definitely clipping the comments. But two, this is a partnership, right? Like I brought a topic, you brought a topic. Like it's not it's not rocket science, Steve.
Hmm.
Not
Yeah,
rocket
sure.
science.
Yeah, sure. But oh man, I didn't know we were talking about this long. But okay, but to basically, finish everything up again. To you may say it's not pandering. To me, it is pandering. To me,
No, 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 no. Wait, wait, wait. Let me
hold on, hold on.
wait. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I don't want to forget. I don't want to forget this. And to me, and look, I remember you mentioned this, weeks ago. And trust me, I completely understand what you are saying. You're saying one of the reasons why they put the cover in Candace Owens in the cover, and one of the reasons why that they're even in the game is to market the brand, is to try to make them relevant. Like
Mm-hmm.
all that I completely understand. And you asked me, well, what's the problem? Why are you being perplexed about it? And let me tell you why I'm being perplexed. Because to me, what they're saying is there's nothing wrong with the product. That's what they're basically saying. I don't want to, I
Are they
don't want to
really
sound,
saying that?
I
Are
don't
they
want,
really saying that?
I don't. What happened?
Are they really saying that?
Well, they haven't made any changes.
Well,
What
no,
changes?
they haven't made the changes that you want. But do you
It's not
know that
just me. Tracy
I don't.
McGrady was on record saying that the hoop should go down to at least 9 feet.
I
He
don't care
said
what
that.
Tracy. I don't care what Tracy McGrady had to say
Okay,
about
but
anything.
I'm letting you know that I'm not the only one that feels this way.
That's fine.
If you want to make the product good, you're gonna have to make changes. They're not men having no. You have to remember, men and women are different. They cannot have
Steve,
the same resistance. So you
Steve,
have to lower the rim. You have to do something. Do something so that way that the game could be entertaining.
and
That's all you have to do.
you think that by lowering the rim, you're gonna start watching?
Well, it depends if to bring up the entertainment value.
Depends on what. Depends on what. Are you going to
If
start watching? Yes or no?
if it's entertaining, I would watch.
Let me tell you something. Let me give you my answer. If they lowered the rim, if the women can dunk, am I going to watch? You want to hear
Going
my
to
answer?
watch?
No, no. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Go
Because
ahead.
this is my stance when it comes to any form of basketball that's lower than NBA, right? And that includes college basketball and European basketball, Olympic basketball, whatever,
Yeah, high
right?
school, all that. Yeah.
I don't watch lower level basketball is not entertaining to me. It's not entertaining to me, right? I can't watch lower level basketball. I can barely watch NBA basketball nowadays. right?
Oh, because of the constant 3-point
Yeah,
shooting.
yeah, yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's a different story. But for me, even with all that said, right, I don't have a problem with them. I don't expect them to be on the NBA player level. I don't expect that. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters to me is what happened, what's going on in my life. I can't worry about another business. I can't. I can't worry about how much money they make, how much people go to the shows or to the games, the attendance. I can't worry about that. I can't. All I can do is worry about what the stuff that I can control. So forgive me if I can't waste my time getting upset over a NBA 2K cover, 2K22 cover. Like
hmm
I can't feign my way into caring. I can't do it. But what I don't understand from your point of view is that even if I don't watch the product, that doesn't mean the product don't have a right to advertise. Like for example, I don't like watching WWE wrestling. WWE. I don't like it. I think the shows are garbage. The writing is garbage. The wrestling for the most part is too slow. For
Okay.
the most part. But does that mean that that they're allowed to have their own video game? Yeah, they're allowed to have their own video game. They're allowed to advertise. Yeah, they're allowed to advertise.
Yeah.
They're allowed to advertise if they feel like their show is still the best. They have a right to feel that way. They have a right to feel that way. Same
Hmm.
thing goes for any other brand out there. It doesn't matter what the brand is. It could be wrestling, it could be sports, it could be movies, it could be whatever. If they feel like their brand is worth something, then you have to promote it. That's just how it is. And then you have a bigger company that's willing to help you promote it.
Wait.
There's nothing wrong with that too. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Hold on. You said that if they feel that the product is good, they have the right to feel that way,
Yeah,
despite the fact that they've been losing money.
yeah.
How does that make any sense? If you
Hey, I
are
don't make the rules.
losing
I
money,
look, look. I look, look. I don't make the rules, right? I don't make the rules. But if they feel like their product is good, by all means, more power to them. More power to them. I don't like I don't care. I don't care about none of that stuff. I don't care. So
okay,
why should I waste my time caring about a cover that I'm not that like what the, it doesn't matter. It don't matter. It's not going to change the game. It's
it's
not going
not.
to change the most important thing that I'm spending my $70 on with that game is the gameplay. I don't care what's on the cover because I'm not using that cover. I'm not playing with the cover. I'm playing the contents inside the disc. That's the only thing that matters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And I'm also gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna proclaim this right now.
yeah.
If I buy 2K 22, I am absolutely buying the Candice Parker cover. 100% buying the Candice Parker cover.
Liar.
No, I am. I am. I am. Absolutely, I am. If I buy it.
So
If I buy it.
you're lying. No, you're lying. You're lying. Yeah. First off, you say if you buy the game, and
If.
then
Yeah.
secondly, you saying you will buy the Candice part. Yeah, you're lying.
Yeah, I will get the cover that has Candice Parker. Because
Yeah.
then I can show you and then I can show you how you pick up the cover, unfold like pop open the cover, take out the disc, the actual important part of the component. I'll show you the most important part of the cover. I'll put the game in, and then we can play some 2K and not have to speak of this again.
Look, it's fine that you don't care, about the cover, and that's fine. And frankly, you could say that, oh, I'm wasting my time, or I'm wasting my energy, even having this discussion. But
You
I
are
see I see absolutely no problem of just calling them out on it. That's all I'm doing. I'm just calling them out on their BS. They know that the product isn't good. They know that, but yet they still want to. Yeah, I think the point that you're missing is what they're doing as a whole with the game cover, with NBA players trying to convince us to watch. How they're showing these highlights on TNT. How a bunch of simps like Shaquille O'Neal wants to pander and lie to say that the WNBA is close. I'm actually going to make a video about that to call him out on his BS because the WNBA is not close.
Well, when it
And,
comes
and
when it comes to analysis, and I believe Candice Parker is on the TNT Tuesday show, right? I believe she's
um,
on the Tuesday show. I think she's on this Tuesday show with her, Shaq, Dwayne Wade. I don't know who the host is. I don't know who the host name is. But
but I think they're not there at all. I think
wait,
like
no, no, no,
during
no,
late in
no.
the season.
Is it Candice Parker? Yeah, let me look it up. Let me look it up real quick.
No, go ahead,
I'm
go ahead, go
gonna
ahead.
do this on my phone, but like I do believe that she's on. I think Candice Parker's on the is on the TNT broadcast, which is important. Let me see.
I mean, I don't necessarily think it's important. What I think, because again, all this falls under the whole advertising, which I understand why they want to advertise, but if they don't fix the product, all the advertising is
let me
not going
see.
to do them any good.
Hold on. Let me see. I'm
You might
looking
as well
for.
you might as well show it on screen.
No, I'm doing this on my phone. I'm doing this on my phone. Um,
Yeah, so you're leaving me out of it.
no, not a big
It's
deal.
just
Like you're upset. You're upset about her being on the cover. Why would you want to see more of her? Okay.
no. I'm just calling them out. That's all I'm doing, calling them out.
Okay. I'm trying to look because Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she is on the Tuesday. I think she's on the Tuesday show with Shaq and Dwayne Wade. And
Who's the host though?
I don't know.
Uh,
I don't know the guy's name. I don't know the guy's name. But on that
he's not on.
show,
He's go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, on that show, on multiple occasions, she has lapped Shaquille O'Neal when it comes to basketball knowledge. Lapped that dude
You
when it
said,
comes
well,
to
hold on.
basketball knowledge.
You said laugh.
Lapped. I'm talking
Oh,
about she is running circles around Shaq when it comes to basketball knowledge.
oh.
And mind you, she's watching the men's game, and
No,
she's schooling Shaq on a couple of topics.
well, like in my personal opinion, I'll be frank with you. If it's not Kenny Smith, Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, and Ernie, I'm not watching.
That's fine.
I'm
That's
I'm not
fine.
I'm
That's
I'm
fine.
I'm,
But
I'm not
I'm going to
watching.
tell you this right now. When it comes to analysis, between all the names that you mentioned and her, she's better than all of them. When it comes to actually putting in the knowledge into what they're talking about when it comes to basketball, she's better than all of them.
Yeah, you now you're high.
No,
You're
I'm
very
not
very
high.
you're
No,
very
I'm
very
not
high.
high.
She is not better than Kenny Smith. She is not better than Kenny Smith.
I'm sure she no, because I mean, I have you remember anything Kenny Smith has ever said? I haven't. I haven't. So like, I mean, again, no knock on Kenny
You
Smith,
you, you remember what what
but
what Candace said?
no, she basically just embarrassed Shaq because Shaq was getting all upset about the big man switching, and she literally had to school him. I'll show you I'll send you the video after we're done with this, right?
Please, please.
She's literally schooling him on the concept of switching when it comes to defenses when he wants is the big man to stay in the middle, and she's trying to and I believe this is I'm not 100% sure, but he just wants the big man to stay in the middle, and she is essentially telling him they can't do that anymore because everybody's switching. You can't have that. You can't have that.
Well,
So so
I think
so so
that's
so
more
to
to
get
his laziness. I
that's fine.
thought.
Whatever. But regarding your point, you're talking about you're talking about these women talking like and the whole WNBA thing like and Shaq pandering like no shit he's pandering because at the end of the day like he realizes these women even though they don't play our the physical brand of the game, they know what the hell they're talking about. They know what the hell they're talking
But,
about, and they
but
have to
that's not the argument.
okay, that's whatever. But the thing is that they can't play the same way as the NBA players do because they don't have the same level of physicality. They don't.
or the athleticism one. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Fine, but at the end of the day, that doesn't mean they don't know what they're talking about, right? And there are some people who like their brand of basketball. I don't, but there's a lot of people that do.
Who?
What do we listen? Just search, look for it. You'll see it.
Oh,
You'll
give
see
me a
it.
break. Yeah.
At the end of the day,
no
at the end of the
support.
day, whatever. At the end of the day, like at the end of all this, my overall point has always been that the cover has nothing to do with your biases, with your hatred, or with your or what I mean. I hate to say this, the bigotry of the women's game. Like, who the hell cares about a cover? Who cares? If you don't have to watch, you don't have to watch. That's fine. You don't have to watch. You don't have to watch. Like, there's nothing wrong with not watching. But when you sit there, hey, what's going on, Nintendo Gamer? How you doing? But when you're going around
Oh,
getting
he's watching.
upset,
He's watching us.
yeah.
Nintendo Game. I finally got to meet you, man.
But when you have a situation where you're getting upset over something that's an optional feature, like I'm like, there's nothing better to you have nothing better to do. You have nothing better to argue over. Like, we seriously don't have
Was
nothing
that
better to do.
was that a rhetorical question?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. Continue.
But like that's pretty much that's my overall point. Like, at the end of the day, like, I don't watch the WNBA, but if they had a WNBA team down here, I would watch because I support my home team.
You're lying.
But,
Come on. All right. You're okay. Look, no.
no. We're trust me. We already had this argument. Like, we're talking about WNBA, and in contrast to the NBA, because this guy right here thinks that having a woman on the NBA 2K cover is a bad thing.
No, I said I'm just calling them out. It's pandering. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying it's pandering.
I agree, and I agree to an extent that it's pandering. But like but why are we having this discussion over? We've been arguing over this for an hour.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the other topic was almost an hour too, but
unfortunately it is. Yes.
Like I said, I'm just calling them out. Oh my goodness. But man, what was I just about to say? Crap. I can't remember what was the last thing you said?
I don't remember. But like my
okay. Here's the thing. Like I said before, I'll just say this one last time. It's an NBA game, right?
That has WNBA players.
Which you admit
that has WNBA players.
Yeah, which you admit that if that cover was the only cover that you could get, you admitted that would be a problem. You admitted that, but hold on.
People getting upset about it. Yes.
Okay. So therefore, if the hold on, where are you?
What do you mean? I'm here. Like, okay. Continue.
If the Luka cover was the exclusive cover, there would be no issue. If the Legends cover was the only cover that you could get, there'll be no issue. But if the Candice cover was the only cover that you could get, you said that would be a problem.
But it's not. But that's not the case. But that's not the case, though.
Which means
that's not the case.
Which means they do not.
That's not the case.
Which means
that's not the case, Steve. You keep forgetting that. That's not the case.
Which means
it's not the case.
Don't belong. They don't belong.
It's not the. It's one cover.
All they're doing is they're trying to cover. They're trying to advertise a product, which I agree with you with. I agree with you.
One cover.
I agree. Yes, I agree with you that they're trying to advertise the WNBA, but that's not going to. That's not going to do them any good.
Who cares
if the product doesn't get fixed? If the product's not fixed, it doesn't matter what type of advertisement they get.
I don't care about none of that.
Okay, but here's my overall point. It's the cover. It's the stupid commercials that they're telling us that we're supposed to watch.
which I still don't watch, and which I still don't
it's
watch. Why can't you
yeah,
do the same thing?
okay. And I don't like the fact that NBA players are also assisting and trying to convince us to watch. They're all doing the exact same thing. It's annoying. It's a huge nuisance, at least for me. At least for me.
Of course, because you let so many
And I
minuscule
don't
crap bother
and
you.
yeah. At least for me, I don't want Nike telling me, oh, it's because of me that why that the product isn't flourishing. It's because of me that why they're not making the money that they want to make. I don't give a crap if they're not making money. If you care about making money
Then why
and
do you give a crap about the
care about
cover?
flourishing,
Then why do you give a crap about the
hold
cover?
on. If you care about flourishing and being actually relevant, fix the product, make the product good, and then we could talk about the other stuff. But
If you don't care
that's my
about them
overall
making
point.
money,
It's
if you don't care
it's the
about them making
cover.
money, why would you care? Why would you care about a cover?
Again, it's the cover, it's the advertisement, it's the stupid commercials, it's the pandering, it's the NBA players being a bunch of simps. All that, together annoys me. That's the problem.
Let me see. Nintendo Gamer said, "I could care less if a woman's on the cover." LOL. You and me both. You and me both. Like
That's
I said,
fine.
when I buy
That's
it,
fine. That's fine. It's
when
okay.
I buy it, to go
He
ahead, go
said
ahead.
something else. No, that's
No,
fine. That that you say that you could care less. Personally for me, having I think you just want to go on Nintendo Gamer's side just because he put that comment. But you said before Nintendo Gamer got here that if that was the only cover that you could get, that would be a problem. So you're lying.
no, no,
But
no,
but
no, no,
but
no,
but
no.
but
You're
but,
you're
but
you're
let me
misinterpreting my words.
no. And let me say this just for the record. I said this to you in private, and I'm going to say to you here. If they made a UFC game and a female was on the front cover, I have no issues with it. If they make a Street Fighter game and Chun Li is in the front cover, I have no issues with it. If they have a Tekken game, a fighting game, a female is in the cover, I have no problem with it. Here, all they're doing is pandering when it comes to the NBA, and I'm just calling them out on it. That's all that they're doing because they refuse to fix the product, but yet they want us to watch something that is irrelevant. That's the issue. But I already said that so many times. I don't want to sound like a broken record, being a little too
Well, something
jaded,
definitely
at this
broken, all
point.
right. Something
Yeah.
definitely broken, all right. But my overall thing, because you're misinterpreting what I'm saying, right? I said that if the only cover you can get for that game is of a WNBA player, I can understand the quote outrage, right? And I already explained why. No, it's not. Nintendo Gamer. It's not complicated. It's very simple. This dude doesn't like the WNBA. That's
Neither do
therefore he
you.
doesn't. That's fine, but
Neither
I
do
don't
you.
care if that's fine, but I don't care if they have a cover or not of an optional cover. Like I said, if it was the only cover, I can understand it to an extent because
Oh
then
gosh.
could that would be the clearest form of pandering that you can have. Yes, obviously, but since that's not the case, and you keep forgetting that there are multiple covers that's available in the game, that's available for the game. There are multiple covers. So the fact that you wasted an hour of my life arguing over this cover, it
Oh
doesn't
gosh.
surprise me. But it is what it is. It is what it is. At the end of the day, all it is a cover. That's all. That's all there is to it. It's just a cover. Buy it. Don't use it. Don't use it. Doesn't matter. Okay, at the end of the day, and I told you this before, they have far bigger issues going on with 2K than than um than a cover.
Well, but I
Far
think
bigger
this one
issues.
this one was okay though. At least
I
this
mean,
one was
right
fine.
now, hold on a second. Wasn't there a situation with a Battlefield cover? Yeah, yeah, same thing. You got a lot of people who are upset that they put a woman on the cover of Battlefield because it's not historically accurate. But the problem is
Oh,
you had
so there's people. So there were people upset.
yeah, yeah. But the thing is that You have a
and they
game.
were wrong for being upset too, right?
No, it's a waste of time to get upset over it. Like, cause it's literally like they bought they bought the game just to look at the cover and not the actual game. What does it matter if what does it matter if there's a woman on the cover of anything? Like people will say, oh, because it's not historically accurate. Like you guys give a shit about historical accuracy. Get the fuck out of here. If Battlefield 2057, right? Whatever. You think they're gonna have weapons there that are accurate? No. Are they gonna complain? No. You got people parachuting out of airplanes, landing from one airplane to another. That
Okay,
I
well,
mean,
while I'm hearing you spewing and you regurgitating all this
all
stuff, what show me the cover if you don't mind. I want to see this cover.
right. But you have so many people getting butthurt over such little insignificant stuff. It just it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to you, but it matters to a lot of people. It
Oh,
matters.
a cover?
Yeah, unfortunately, yes. Covers do matter. You don't think so?
No.
Hmm.
At the grand scheme of things, no.
I don't buy that.
It
I don't
only
buy that.
mattered. No, it mattered back in the day because you had no idea what game you were getting. Right? A lot of us just bought a game based on the cover. Oh, wait, I think I picked the wrong one. Oh, my bad. Hold on a second.
No, yeah, go ahead. Take your time. I mean,
It's supposed to be Battlefield V for World War. No, it's Battlefield 2. Excuse me. No, got the old one. Hold on a second. What was the name of it? It was supposed to be Battlefield World War Two. Let me try that.
does Nintendo Gamer knows?
No, he's the one that he brought it up.
Okay.
And then they gave me actual Battlefield pictures. Ay. Hold on. Oh man. Video game.
If you can't find it, then
No. I should have already been found it. Oh my god. Okay. I think I know what to do.
yeah. But you were like I said before, I don't care whether if it was a Street Fighter game, a wrestling game, or UFC game. If a female is in the cover, if it's a
Okay,
Smash
I
Brothers,
found it.
if it was a Smash Brothers game and they put Peach or Daisy or Sheik in the cover, all that stuff, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? But here, like I said before, I'm just calling them out because they're obviously, pandering, to the WNBA. That's all I'm saying.
You see it?
Okay, let me take a good closer look at it. Gosh, man, why I do not remember this cover? Is this
The game was fairly irrelevant, to be honest with you.
So it was a bad game anyway. So it was a bad game.
I wouldn't say it was a bad game. It was just redundant from Battlefield 1, which I really liked.
Oh, okay.
All right, let me read this from Nintendo Gamer. I think
I see it too.
I think it's weird, but me back when I was a kid, I did feel like there was a lack of female characters in video games. But then I played Pokemon Crystal version, and then I saw more games with I think that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, and like when it comes to the whole NBA thing, like that's part of it. Like I'm sorry, Steve, but that's part of it. Like if you're going to have representation of women in these NBA games that you have the license for, they're going like I'm surprised they haven't already done it. I'm surprised they haven't already done it because at the end of the day,
Done done
like
done what?
put a WNBA player on one of their covers.
Hmm.
I'm
Well,
surprised they haven't done it already. But they decided, you know what, we're going to do it, and it's like at the end of the day, it doesn't affect the game, so why should I care? Because that's the only reason why I'm buying. That's the only reason why I would ever talk about 2K or anything like that. Is talking about the game, not some cover. Like I don't want to waste my time talking about a cover. Like
well, you
that's just me. And I don't and honestly I don't care about the all the other crap. Like I don't care about the commercials and what the NBA players are saying. Like I don't care about that. Like why should I care? Why? Because at the end of the day, like all it is at the end of the day are just opinions. That's
okay,
all they are.
okay, that's fine having though, but it seems like for some reason, you just not what you're not getting is that with all the commercials and then with the cover and then the NBA players telling us, oh, we should watch, and how Nike is telling us that we should watch, and how everyone wants to lie and say that, oh, the WNBA is a good product. All they're doing, they're not giving, they're not doing the WNBA any favors, because when you lie to your audience and say that this product is good, you're not helping.
And I don't care about none of that.
Okay, that's
And
fine,
I'm
but
and I'm
but
telling
but,
you, I
but
don't care about none of that. Let me read.
okay, okay.
Let me finish this from Nintendo Gamer because he continues right. All right, so let me. And then I saw more games with females, but I don't know what Battlefield it was. I don't mind the pandering, but when people say that there's a lot of female character, it gets annoying because even in the late 2000s there were some good female characters. So like, yeah, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, when the that's the part that annoys me, because you have to remember, if the NBA is subsidizing, because tell me if this makes sense. If the NBA is subsidizing the WNBA, right? And no one buys WNBA products, and no one attends their games, and people are not watching. You're basically lying. You know what I'm saying? You're basically lying to your audience, trying to persuade them to watch something that's not good.
But then
That's
what?
the
But
that,
why?
that
What?
that's
Why does that have to do? What? Why does that have to do with
when
the cover? What does
so
that have to do with the
hang on,
cover?
hang on, let me finish. Okay, the cover is included in that, because you even said it yourself. They're trying to make the WNBA relevant.
Hmm.
But to me, if you're not going to fix the product, if you're not going to try to make the product good, then all this is just a waste of time and a waste of money.
And
That's all it is. It's a waste.
you do realize that the WNBA, you do realize that the not the WNBA, the NBA is. I think they're soon about to launch a league in Africa, right?
They're what?
I think they're about to launch a league in Africa. I know they definitely have some part in developing formal basketball leagues in Africa.
Former basketball.
Formal,
Oh, former. Okay, okay.
right?
Are you going to watch?
So no, I'm not gonna watch. But that doesn't mean that they should not do it.
Okay, no. Okay, that's fine. But if the product is
Okay,
good,
okay, all right. So okay, again, the product part is subjective. As much as you don't want to hear this, that's subjective.
what?
It's
The
subjective.
numbers, is telling you
Listen,
they lost money.
listen.
Huvvi, they lost
Listen.
money.
The best movies are not always blockbusters. Yes or no?
Wait, what?
The best movies are not always blockbusters, right? Yes or no?
The best movies is not always blockbusters. Okay,
Okay. The best places to eat are not always the most popular. Yes or no?
that's fine.
Some people like the league. No matter how much you want to deny that, there's some people who like the league. All right, you're gonna have to get over that.
No, 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 no. Let
You're
me
gonna have
stop
to
you
get
right
over
now.
it.
No, I'm gonna have
No,
to
no, no.
stop you.
I'm talking. Let me talk, and then you can say whatever you want, and then we can
Talk,
hopefully end this end this conversation. Right?
talk.
At the end of the day, just because a bunch of people don't like something doesn't make it a bad product.
Yes, it
No,
does.
it doesn't. No, it does not. No, it does not. Which would you which would you prefer to go to? You would prefer to go to Firehouse Subs or Subway?
Wait, you already know what I like.
Answer the question for the people.
I prefer Firehouse Subs.
Okay, which chain is more popular?
Unfortunately, Subway.
Okay, just because you like it doesn't mean other people are going to feel the same way, and you're going to have to get over that.
The difference is
No, there is no difference. There
the
is no
difference.
difference.
Yes, there is.
There
The
is no
difference.
difference.
Yes,
There
there
is
is.
no difference.
The difference
There
is
is no difference.
yes, there is.
There
The
is no
diff-
difference. I'm
Yes,
telling you
there
right now,
is.
there is no difference.
Yes, there is because
No,
the difference
there isn't.
is Firehouse and Subway, mind you, are making money. The NBA is making money. The WNBA is not making money. They're not making money. That's the difference. They're irrelevant and nobody's watching. Nobody's buying the merchandise. Nobody talk. No, nobody. Nobody. And you know what's the real sad thing is that even the same demographic, the women. You don't hear women say, "Oh, a group of women come together and say, let's go watch, the WNBA." You don't hear people say that, and nobody talks about them. I already said to you already, when it comes to the most popular shows, they don't talk about the WNBA. Why? Because it's an irrelevant product. That's why.
See,
That's why. So you
See.
could give me all these, say that, oh, it's subjective and all this other nonsense.
it is subjective.
But here's the facts. The facts is that the company is losing money.
I don't care.
And it's on life support
I don't
from the
care.
WNBA because the NBA. The NBA is what's making the WNBA survive.
Who cares? What did that have to do with the cover?
Everything.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, because at the end of the day, the only thing the cover is there for is to cover the contents of what's actually important, which is the disc. Yes or no?
That's fine.
Okay, conversation over. Do your outro.
I already debunked you already. Too many times
I
already.
guarantee you that you didn't do that. But go ahead. We're approaching 2
I
hours.
did.
We're approaching 2 hours. Go ahead.
It's an irrelevant product that nobody cares about, that nobody wants to watch. And now
and
that
I don't care about none of that.
Yeah, that's
And I
fine.
don't care about none of that.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
And the cover has nothing to do with any of that.
Yeah, it does, because it's we're constantly being spoon fed about a stupid product that we don't care about. We're being criticized. It's my turn to talk. I let you talk. My turn to finish. My turn to finish. My turn to finish.
No.
My turn to finish.
No, no.
The product needs to be fixed, and I don't want to. And when I'm watching TV,
To your liking.
When I'm watching TV, I don't want to be called out by Nike saying that we're not watching. I don't want to hear NBA players saying that, oh, you guys need to watch the NBA. I don't want to hear none of that, right? I don't care about it. I don't want to waste my time watching a garbage sport. And here, the fact that it's in a NBA cover makes it worse, because all this falls under the same umbrella. They're pandering. They're trying to pretend that this product is good when in actual reality, the product is inferior, especially compared to the NBA. So that's it. But anyway, yeah, we're approaching 2 hours. You go first. Then I'll go after you, because I need to go ahead.
Look, at the end of the day, like you said that you're being spoon fed. No, what you're doing is that you're actually taking the food that you don't want, and you've done this before. I'm not gonna get into it. You took something that someone told you was not good, you ate it, and then you complained about it. That's exactly what you're doing with this NBA thing, right? You're looking to get offended when someone is promoting something, saying give it a chance, give it a chance. All the criticism you heard, give it a chance. And it's up to you whether or not to give it a chance or not, right? Which is fair. But to sit there and get so offended,
I'm not offended.
over something,
just calling them out. I'm just calling them out on the BS. That's all
Cut
I'm
the crap.
doing. I'm just calling them out
No,
on their
you are
BS.
you cut the crap. We've been here for almost 2 hours talking about this topic. Don't tell me you're not offended by that. Don't tell me you're not offended because
No, I'm
if you
not.
weren't offended, this would not last. This would not have lasted 2 hours.
We didn't talk about this for 2 hours. We just talked about Stephen A.
Okay,
first.
I don't care. We've been here for two
Yeah,
hours.
yeah. So
We've
don't
been
you
here
over
we've been here for
exaggerating,
2 hours,
being a little
right?
hyperbolic with that.
All this stuff about they need to change the games to my liking. You're offended. You look to get offended, and that's why you come up with the BS that you're spewing right now.
They do need to. They do need to make changes. They have to make changes.
That has nothing to do with the cover.
They
That
have to
has
make
nothing to do with the
changes.
cover.
They have to make changes.
That has nothing to do with the cover.
It's pandering. I keep telling you
It
that.
has nothing to do with the actual optional cover of the game.
Pandering.
Nothing to do with
I'm
it.
just calling them out. I'm just calling them out for
Okay.
pandering. That's
Yeah,
it.
you're offended. Go ahead.
No,
Do
I'm
your
calling
outro.
them. I'm calling them out. For
Okay.
pandering. But anyways, man, 2 hours. But at the end of the day, it was fun. I don't know if Nintendo Gamer is still there, but it's actually cool to have someone to actually watch us live. I don't know if you are available to do another podcast really soon, Huvvi, but hey, this was fun. This was good. I really enjoyed it, and I'm actually looking forward to do more. And I'm actually looking forward, to call out of more of your BS. So
yeah, when you have me here arguing over something that's not important for 2 hours, then you can talk to me. Then you can put me on your level. But
no,
let me do my outro.
It wasn't 2 hours, but go ahead.
Anyways, let me do my outro. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. This Hurricanes team is on the verge of losing to Appalachian State. That's annoying. But like I said, thank you guys for watching. Nintendo Gamer, thank you for commenting. Like I said, we're gonna figure out a way to get this video on his channel also. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Anyways, you have any last words?
Yeah. I just want to say, thanks, for watching. Like this was fun. I'm actually looking forward, to do more topics. I still have my list. I'll forward the list to you, so we could talk about more stuff. I'm actually gonna do a video, later today. Now that I have my setup, and you said the setup was fine. I'm actually surprised that you actually like the blue background that I have behind me with my nice USA flag.
Yeah, okay.
which is oh yeah, you may not like it, but I do.
Where's the Haitian flag?
You know what, I was actually looking for one, but I couldn't find one.
You couldn't find a Haitian flag in South Florida?
No, I couldn't find one. I found the US flag, but I couldn't find the Haitian flag, but I'm still looking for it. But you can't really see it, but next to it is the
hold on. It's the Nintendo Gamer. It's on the screen. The Traditionalist 101. He doesn't have much content on there right now, but hopefully he'll have more content soon. Right?
Yeah, I'll have more content. I'm gonna try to make a video tonight, and I'm gonna really try to see how I could get this this podcast here on my channel also. Like, do you know how to do it, Huvvi?
What we're probably gonna have to do, if there's no, I'll ask some people around the community, but if none of that works, we're probably gonna have to sign up for YouTube Plus or whatever the hell it's called. 'Cause it gives you the option to download videos.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll have to, and then then obviously we would re-upload it to our channel or whatever. So.
Oh, okay, that's fine. All right, sounds good.
Right,
but no, yeah, I couldn't find because I actually wanted to have 3 flags. I wanted the U.S. flag, I wanted the Haitian flag, and I wanted to have a Christian flag. And I wanted
to have flags.
What happened?
You guys have flags?
Yeah, like there was a flag that I saw where it had a cross. It was white. Picture it like the U.S. flag, but instead of the blue portion, with the stars, that was blue, but it had a cross on it instead. instead
All right.
of stars. And obviously, I wanted to have the Haitian flag, and they were going to be like underneath each other at an angle. That was going to be behind me, but for now, I'm just going to keep the U.S. flag, and obviously, um, I do want to talk about that, but I know you're not interested, so
Yeah, you
so yeah,
can.
so but anyway, yeah, Huvvi, this was a pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Traditionalist 101 signing out. You all
And
have a good one.
yeah, Huvvi186. I'm out.